Buenos días, mi gente bella, los saluda el pana muy tempranito, hoy viernes 31 de mayo, sí, 31 de mayo muy tempranito, está haciendo mucho frío acá en Argentina, estamos con 10 grados en esta mañana de viernes, pero muy contento porque voy a tener la charla número 111, así es, la charla 111 de mi podcast que se llama Lo que va y no va. Y en el día de hoy tengo el placer, el lujazo que me voy a dar, porque es así, en lugar de tener a una leona, a una jugadora que jugó el Mundial de México en 1971 para la selección de Inglaterra. Ella se llama Lockwood y vamos a tener la oportunidad de charlar con ella y preguntarle acerca de lo que fue ese Mundial, su participación, cómo se sintió, bueno, en fin. Gente, estoy muy contento de tenerla a ella. Por supuesto, lo que siempre pido, si te gustó alguna de las 100 charlas anteriores, dale like, suscríbete a mi canal de YouTube que se llama PanaFeme, que todo eso me da muchísima fuerza para continuar. Y bueno, no voy a dilatar más este momento porque la verdad estoy muy contento, así que ya la voy a hacer pasar. Oh, Chris, you are... you're on the opposite position.
Coming.
Okay, now, okay, we are alive. So first of all, thank you so much. It's my pleasure. I would like to say that thank to you, to all of you, that I had the opportunity to do what I do. To do as a sport journalist, it's my pleasure really to say thank you, because what you did gave me the opportunity to do what I do. So thank you so much. Thank you.
No, it's a pleasure that you take an interest in all of us and the achievements that happened all those years ago. So yeah, I'm very honored to speak to you.
Great. So we are going to start the conversation. My podcast is very spontaneous, very free. You can speak whatever you want, whatever you feel. This is the idea, just to have a short conversation, like a drink coffee. So something like that. So I would like to start the conversation because I watched at least 3 times the Copa 71 movie. And I need to ask you about the stadium, the Azteca. When you saw that stadium for the first time, what did you feel here? Because Azteca is, is huge,
Yeah. Well, for over 50 years, to suddenly see yourself, I was 15 years old, and to see everything that happened that long time ago, it was unbelievable. It was shocking. So the first time that I saw it, I couldn't remember because I was so shocked.
Okay.
I couldn't, I've seen it 4 times myself now, and I can relax now because, but it was unbelievable. And all those years ago, when we went to Mexico, we didn't even know we were going to play in the Aztec Stadium. So, yeah, it was very...
The idea was not supposed to play there.
No. No. And before we ever went to Mexico, in our country, we weren't allowed to play on pitches that belonged to the Football Association. So we only played in a park on very poor pitches. So we didn't have any stadium idea at all. So we didn't know. So yeah, it was unreal.
Yeah. It was unreal.
It was
In the
unreal. Yeah.
It was unreal in the moment that you arrived to Mexico and the flash and the lights was in all of you.
Yeah, I mean, we didn't know it was going to be spectacular at all. We just we love playing football, like all the women in the tournament. Their passion is football, and we would say, "Would you like to go to Mexico?" And yeah. So, but really,
did you believe that was a real opportunity?
Yeah, because of our age, we were a very young team.
Okay.
Our manager and his wife came to our parents and asked, and none of us had been on an aeroplane before. We'd never been on an aeroplane, and
it was your first time.
First time for all of us. Yeah, for all of us. Yeah, I mean, there was only 2 players that were over 20. Everybody was under 20, so we were very young, and we just it was just, well, I'm so glad that my parents said yes, I could go. So yeah.
Yes, I'm glad to.
So we have a lot to thank our parents for trusting, and and we were so well looked after. We were so cared for, because when we got there, we never could communicate back to England because there was no internet, no mobile phone. Yeah, so we couldn't get in touch. So
your parents didn't touch with you like a 20, 25 days, something like that?
Yeah, we were there about a month. Yeah, I think we left on the 5th of August, maybe the 6th, and we came home on the 5th of September. Yeah, and our parents know when we were coming home. So
I can imagine your parents. I can understand, because 1 month abroad, it could be a long time at that moment. But well, you were living the moment of maybe your life. You know.
Oh, it was. Yeah, even now, you can't believe it. You can't believe it, and that's why the film is so successful, because they had found the footage of it. Otherwise, people wouldn't quite believe that would happen, perhaps. But now, and that's, because of that, the film has gone, very, very well around the world, it seems. So
I think so. I agree. I think so. Here in Argentina, is very successful, because it's the first time that we had the possibility to watch the 4 goal of Elba Selva.
Yes.
So before that, we hadn't seen that the all. Yeah.
It's amazing for you. I mean, not so good for us.
Sorry to mention like that.
I do understand, and of course for Elba, it's fantastic because she scored 4 goals. Yeah, and now everybody can see it. Our country people can see it, and and I admire her so much, because she still looks very fit.
Yeah,
looks good, and
So sorry, go ahead. Sorry.
Yeah, it's fantastic for everyone. I mean, we, as England, we didn't do well at all. We were inexperienced, we know that, but to have that opportunity to be there,
I disagree. You did it very well, because you motivate the next generation. Now English is one of the biggest the highest country to win everything, right? Because
Yeah.
England won the Euro, also beat Brazil in the final. For all this generation were motivated by all of you. So you did it well. You did it very well for me.
Yeah, they say, yeah, and I get that, yes, and it's very, I feel very, very happy for that, that we carried on and we persevered with nothing. We had nothing,
Yeah.
only our passion to keep going, because things kept getting taken away, and we never gave up. So I understand that, and yeah. So yeah.
I cannot imagine the England football without you. I cannot imagine. So basically, you did it. You made history, no doubt.
Yeah. Yes, we did, and we all, every woman that played
Every.
football in those times, whether they went to Mexico or they didn't go to Mexico,
Mm.
they're important, because it just kept the passion there. Yeah, of course. Yeah.
Correct.
Yeah.
There is a phrase that is very funny for me that you say in the movie that when you arrive to Mexico and the airplane
The door.
is the door, yeah, and you say that you saw at that moment that were someone very famous in the airplane.
Yeah. Yeah. That sticks with us now, that that's just how we weren't expecting anything other than a game of football, because I truly did think, wow, there's someone famous on the plane, where are they? And it took quite a while for us to realize that it was us. And then from that moment on until we came home, we were very famous, and all the teams were in the newspapers. They had police escorts. Of course, we played in the Aztec because we were in the group with Mexico and Argentina, which was even more unfortunate because we had altitude to think of, etc., etc. And but to play in the Aztec Stadium, wow, yeah, just amazing, yeah. And of course, when the same for Argentina, when we played the host nation, the ground was full, more or less. I think there was 95,000. So yeah, I can't explain. It comes out quite well in the film, I think, how magnificent it was.
It's still the record. It's still the record, the highest audience.
Yeah, the Denmark and Mexico game, 115,000. Yeah, but it was immense. Yeah, and for all those years, I felt very sorry for the Danish and the Mexican women, because I thought that when they hear people go, "Oh, this is a record," and they think, "Well, it isn't, because I've played a game higher than that," and but now it is shown to be the highest. So yeah.
Do you think that someday FIFA will recognize that World Cup?
I don't know. We are asked this. In my opinion, and we've all got opinion, I don't think about them very much, because they didn't think about me. So why should I give them my time? I'm just happy that people that love football, such as yourself, see our passion and what we did. And, when we went to Mexico, we were told not to be called England. There was an argument, which I didn't know about. I was only young. And our manager called us British Independence. But when we got there, everybody called us England. So that was that. Inglaterra. Yeah. So no, I don't dwell on it because we never spoke about it for nearly 50 years because we felt we'd done something wrong, and that's how bad they made us feel.
Wow.
So why should I worry about that?
You didn't have that conversation with your teammates?
No. When we came back to England, we got off the plane, and there was nobody there to greet us, and we all lived in different parts, so we all went our separate ways, and we never saw each other for 47 years as a group. Myself and Leah and Jill, who were the three youngest, we carried playing. So, but we played for the same team, and we never told our teammates about Mexico. So, yeah, because we felt, we felt
Unchained?
almost ashamed. Yeah, almost ashamed of it. Yeah, and then one day in 2018. The story came out. We found people were over the moon, because now we've got social media.
Yeah.
And people that quite rightly love the game, loved it. And we decided, the three youngest, that we decided to try and find the rest of the squad. And we found us, there was 14 of us, and we're all still alive. Yeah. So, yeah, it's amazing. And then when we spoke to each other, we all said the same. We never told the story to people. We never told them because we didn't think people cared. So, yeah.
Do you think it's the same reason? Because your story and the Mexican players, the Argentina players, France, Italian, all of you have a similar.
Yeah. We know that now. I mean, we didn't until this film was started to be made. But yeah, we all have very, very similar experiences. Like, people took it away from us, or they ridiculed it, or they dismissed it, and we didn't have a platform to speak about this. We didn't really have a platform. So social media has done a lot to, and now I see young girls and women playing football, and they love it with a passion, and how it should be. Yeah.
What about journalists? What about journalists in England? Because I watched the movie. There are some comments really bad about all of you. But now it's started to change that mind.
Yeah. Now people are. Yeah, I think journalism goes a long way to swaying people to.
Yeah.
So they didn't report about us before. I mean, when we came home, 3 of us were still at school, and our schools never spoke about it. So, the hierarchy infiltrated the newspapers, the education authorities, not to mention it, not to, like to alien it as well.
They did the interview, but they didn't put online or put on the newspaper.
No, we didn't. We had very little reporting in the newspaper, just tiny. And it was more to say that 2 of our girls had bad leg injuries. So it was there to bring it down. It wasn't there to... Yeah. So everything that we had, we fought for it, including our manager, everything, and we didn't have really anything, only our passion. We were inexperienced. We were good at football. We were fit, but we didn't have tactics really. We didn't know who the other team were.
Okay.
I didn't know who Albert Selva was. I just knew we were going out to play Argentina. That was it. Yeah, that sort of thing. So, yeah, so it's different.
Did you wear which number did you wear in
I was number 11, but there was 14 of us. So sometimes as well, we might have changed a shirt, because I know some of the girls changed a shirt. So yeah, but yeah. When I played Argentina, I was number 11.
Okay.
Because I was the goal that Paula scored. I was in the back of the net.
Yeah.
Yeah, following.
Okay.
I nearly.
Okay. So sorry again. Can you repeat the last?
I said I was following it into as Paula scored. I was following it into the net, but I didn't touch it. It was her goal. Yeah.
Okay. Okay. Great. What do you think about the fans in Mexico? Because they were unbelievable, right?
Yeah, they were the kindest, nicest, brilliant people. They were fantastic, you know. And in the morning when we went training, there was 200 or 300 children come to watch. It was just unbelievable, you know. And they were so happy. I remember how happy they were, and you know, and they give you little gifts, and they didn't have much money, but they wanted to give you a little gift, or yeah. And I think, you know, because of our age as well, we really were interested in them as well as they were interested in us, and so we had a good bond with them. Yeah. Even, and of course, the language barrier was difficult, so we had an interpreter, which was good job. But
Of course.
language football spoke for itself, for sure. Yeah.
It was a surprise, or was something good that because you realized that at that moment in Mexico and England was totally different, right? So, like in Mexico, you were stars, you were like a big star, right? Like everybody love you, everybody wants to know you, want to talk to you, to receive one autograph from all of you, right?
Yeah, it was like a different universe to what it was totally. And people asked me recently, how was it when you came home, knowing that you'd done that and then you had nothing? And I said, well, it was in my heart. I had it in my heart. And yeah, that's the only place it could be, because we didn't have a platform to tell people. And then it's come out now, and maybe this is the right time for it to come, you know, to inspire, because we're making now a pathway for the future. And the women who are playing now for Argentina, Mexico, England, whoever, they've got to make a pathway to carry this on. Yeah, so that's how I look at it. So yeah, I'm very pleased and proud of everybody. So
Yeah, I can sign off that you inspire a lot of people around the world. So that you don't have the recognition from FIFA, but you have from the people.
no, and that's the most important thing to me. The people. Yeah. For sure. It's the best. You know, the way people have accepted and been, you know, young people it's inspired them to do a vocation in women's football, etc. Yeah, for me, that's everything. Yeah, for sure. Yeah.
When it was the first match in the stadium, right, the Azteca, and tell me about that moment when you saw England, when you saw the flag, or you saw your country name. What do you feel here in your heart?
Yeah, immensely proud, and yeah, like it was unbelievable. And before we played our first match, the very first game of the tournament was Mexico and Argentina, and they had the ceremony before the game, and it was amazing. And yeah, and all the teams' flags went round the perimeter of the pitch.
Yeah.
And there was little mascots, and it was just unreal. And then people dressed in your football kit marching round, and yeah, couldn't believe it. It was just amazing. And yeah, I can't tell you. It was like, yeah, it's like a dream now. And then with the footage, the dreams come true again, you know, to see it again. And yeah. I mean, yeah, it's like when I went, my sister was 9 years old when I went. And when I came home, she heard the story, but she was still only young. And then when the film came out, she went to the premiere in London, and it made her cry because she couldn't believe what I'd been through. Yeah, she couldn't believe it. Yeah, you know, so without the film, you hear the story and you think, wow, you know, but when you see the film and you know someone, it's unreal. Yeah.
Yeah, that's true. That's true because yes, we heard that World Cup that was made in Mexico. We heard about Elba Selva, the Argentina played in Mexico, but we didn't realize everything that happened.
No.
Well,
yeah. You'll have to excuse me because my back's running out, and that's
it's okay. Take your time. Don't worry. Mm-hmm.
Yeah. So yeah, I think now that is what I love to hear, how the other teams what their people heard, and that, because like when I think well, Denmark won it, that must have been magnificent for them when they got home. And it wasn't really. They had a small bit of excitement, and then they were just brushed away again. And they won the World Cup twice.
Yeah.
I know. And of course, until this film happened, I didn't know what had happened to all the people in other countries. So yeah.
Hopefully, next Friday I will have a Birte from Denmark. I don't know. I don't know if I pronounce very well her name.
Yeah, I think it's Bertie. English is better than mine, really. So
okay.
Yeah, they're very good at English. Yeah.
Okay.
So,
okay.
Yeah. But yeah, when I think about it, you know, and how it was taken away from all of us afterwards, because when that tournament finished, we actually were on the way home thinking, this is it now. This is it for women's football. It's happened. But of course, it was airbrushed away because it wasn't what the FIFA wanted. But we knew it was commercial. We knew we could sell it. But yeah, it was just it's quite terrible when you think about it. But,
how was did you meet or did you know Rachel Ramsey and James Rachel?
No. What happened? Victoria, the producer, her husband was listening to the radio, and I was on a radio program trying to find the rest of the team, the squad. And we had 4 missing, so I went on the BBC radio just chatting about trying to find the 4 players that we had missing. And every time we did anything, people kept going, this should be a film. This should be, wow, why isn't it a film? And we kept going, well, I don't know. Well, I don't know. And then her husband heard it and he went home and told her. And then she rang Rachel up, and Rachel never heard of it. None of them had heard of it. And they got in touch and asked, oh, we're thinking of doing a film.
Yeah.
And we were like, oh. I was a bit worried because I didn't want to be ridiculed again.
No.
Yeah,
no. You did it. You did it fantastic. You did it fantastic.
Yeah. But at the time, I thought, oh, I don't know. Anyway, we took a leap of faith, and we said yes, okay, yeah. So, and from there on, it went from, because I don't know if you know, but we're called the Lost Lionesses.
No, I didn't.
Yeah,
no, I didn't.
that became our. So when people look us up, the Lost Lionesses. There was an article in the BBC by Ian Youngs, and he called us the Lost Lionesses, and the name has stayed with us. So the film people thought, well, we'll do the film about the Lost Lionesses. Well, as they went into it, all these doors opened, and then they found all these women from around the world, and then they went to Mexico and found footage that had never been seen since 1971. There were boxes that hadn't been opened in I think it was a library, and it had everything in there. And then they knew that it was going to be a global film. Yeah. So, yeah, it went crazy, really. And all the better for it, really. But as I say, I mean this, the film is for every woman footballer. It's not just about that tournament particularly, but we did have the footage, and it's proof that so
it was outstanding job, because the digital picture, it was really great, because I could identify all of you. That is you when you were there.
I first class the way they made that film. It really was, because it was very inclusive of everybody, and the way they pieced it was fantastic. Very, very good. And I think you've already spoken to Ella Williams.
Yeah.
Well, she had a very good job working for Manchester City, and she gave that up to work for Copper 71 to do the film, because she was so passionate about it. And now she's got her own business inspiring women and young girls playing football. So for me, that is more than I can't tell you how proud I am of people that go out and do that. And my own niece is she's an actress, and she's written a play about the Lost Lionesses, and that's coming out in London on the outskirts and a few places. So for me, that's the pathway that we've made for people, for young women especially. So
Okay. Chris, I had to ask you about this, because England and the match, England and Argentina, it was special for everyone, of course. But tell me about that match, because what I heard in the movie, that in some way you didn't expect you didn't expect what happened.
No, we'd never played South American or Latin American football against, and it's far more physical than we've ever experienced. So it's just the way that people teach football in different countries. So we weren't aware of it, and so we didn't know how to react to it, shall we say. So we did have quite a lot of injuries. So it was quite shocking, because we'd never encountered it before.
Okay.
But that's the way it was, it's just how Argentina were taught to play football, and we were virtually non-physical, I would say, hardly physical,
Okay.
So when it was physical, we didn't know how to handle it.
Okay.
That's all I can explain it, but that's just life, and you have to adapt. I mean, nowadays you would adapt, because you'd have technicians. You have technicians, you have psychologists, you have nutritionists. We just had a bucket with a sponge in it, and just get on with it. Yeah.
It was quite similar to Mexico too, like physical.
Yes, yeah, it was very similar. Yeah, we were very, because there was only 14 of us, and we had quite a few injuries, and then we were depleted. Because we played Mexico the very next day.
Oh, so just one day.
Yeah, there wasn't even 24 hours. We played Argentina at 4:00.
Okay.
And the very next day at midday, noon, in the middle of Mexico City, we played Mexico.
No.
I know. So there was no recovery.
Yeah.
Yeah, I'm not making excuses, because I do think we were ill prepared in there anyway, but there was no room for, there was no movement. I mean, we were playing the home country the very next day at midday to a 90-something thousand crowd, and we just had to get on with it. We didn't want to humiliate, so we just tried what we could,
Yeah.
That's
No. I don't feel that. I don't feel like an excuse, but it's unbelievable. Like less than one day to recover it. No, it's not possible.
No,
it's not possible.
No, it was obviously because of the tickets, I guess.
Yeah.
Because I think in Guadalajara there was one of the teams had to play the very next day as well. But I don't know which team it was. I think it might have been France. I don't know. But there was lots of things going on. But to have that experience, I wouldn't change it for the world. No.
Of course.
No.
Of course.
Yeah.
Of course.
I wish I'd have been a bit older for this, because I was 15 and I had the passion. I had the passion, I had the fitness, but I would have wished I was like in my early 20s, because you have more, you have more in your mind than you do.
Experience.
Yes, more, yeah. But
do you remember the female player that were injured, that suffer injuries?
Yes, two of our girls had broken bones, so they had plasters on their legs. I think one was in the Argentina game and the other one was in the Mexican game.
Carol,
right?
Yeah.
She had to be carried off.
Yeah,
but that's just the way it was. Do you know what I mean? That's just that's it. It happened.
It was your decision to stay more time in Mexico?
When we got knocked out, we were supposed to come back home because our tournament was over, and they said, "Oh, we're going to ask the authorities if they will let you stay to the final." So we said, "Oh, yeah, that would be good," And they went to the I think it's FIEFF Authority Committee, and they said yes, we could stay, which brilliant, and they said, well, we'll make a match for 5th and 6th place between France and England. Well, we didn't even have enough players. We didn't, so we had to borrow some Mexican players.
Okay. Wow.
So I think we had 3 or 4 Mexican players playing, and
of course,
of
course, you plan. I assume that you plan to stay. I don't know how many days, and then you need to stay longer.
I can't. Yeah, I think we stayed an extra week. Yeah, we should have gone home, but so we had to arrange this game against France. Well, nobody wants to play for 5th and 6th place, really. But anyway, they wanted some more gate receipts, so I would say so. It's fair, and so that's what happened, and so we were able to stay and see the final, which is brilliant, and the semi-final. Well, that was well. I think in the film, the semi-final is quite. A lot of people in England that watch the film like the Italy and Mexico game. Yeah.
I understand that passion here in Latin America. I understand very well.
Yeah.
I don't want to say that is common. I don't want to say that, but I familiar. I am familiar. I'm familiar about that. I am familiar about that passion that happened.
And I think it's a culture thing because you're born with that passion, and it shines through. That's why everybody loves. I mean, if you ask most people favorite World Cups, it's Mexico, isn't it? Because of the passion of the people, and it's just the way it is. We're a bit in England. We're a bit sort of straight-laced, but I like the passion of Latin America. I really like it. Yeah.
Do you keep it, your English t-shirt?
No, we haven't. Well, one girl has still got her football shirt, but I think when it ended, we had to give we gave our kit and our tracksuits and our walking out suits back to the manager's wife.
Yeah.
But somehow Leah managed to still have her shirt, so I don't know how that happened, but she's still got it, and it's tiny. It is really little shirt with number 7 on the back. Yeah, but I think she's the only one that has it. Yeah. But yeah, we've all got t-shirts with Xochitl on it because my nephew makes t-shirts. So if you see now, you'll see the t-shirt on the wall.
Great.
Yeah. So there you go. Yeah, so we've got t-shirts and things, and so we've been I do hope that I do see because I'm in touch with Lucia.
Okay.
Lukey, and I do see that people, think a lot of Elba and the rest of the players that are still here, and I'm really pleased for that. That every now and again I see that they're recognised, and we've been very fortunate to be recognised by, like there's a world famous designer called Martine Rose, and she's made a shirt in honour of the Lost Lionesses, and we've all got one. Yeah.
Wow.
And then the Football Supporters Association, a guy called Craig Stronach, he collaborated with them, and they all made us a cap. And it's made out of a shirt of an ex-England player. So I've got I've got Beth Mead. I've got a cap made out of Beth Mead's football shirt when they won the Euros. So
nice.
So
nice
what
touch.
I'm saying is we are recognised and we're very happy. Yeah, we are very happy. Yeah.
That recognition is what I'm trying to say, sorry, is that England Federation recognize you?
Well, the establishment doesn't recognise us, but the playing side are very like we've met with Serena Wiegmann and the women from the Euros, and we get on very, very well because we're players, and they admire us and we admire them, and there's not a problem. There's no problem.
Okay.
Yeah.
Okay.
The problem people I've probably never met in my life. Because they're people that sit around a table with a suit on and make rules up, and they're nothing to do with football, really. They just make the rules up. Yeah.
Main authority.
Yeah, that's it. And what to do? The only thing you can do is support each other and be happy. Yeah.
I dream that in the future can the FIFA can change their mind about that. This is what I feel my sensation about. It has to change because it's okay. 1991, it was a World Cup. It was nice in USA.
Yes.
But they have to recognize that before that there were two World Cup, one in Italy, one in Mexico, and both of them were great.
Yeah, I agree. But the women that played in the 1991 World Cup, plus Serena and Venus Williams,
of course,
they're all supportive of us. So yeah, you know, even they think, why, you know, right at the beginning of the film, they go, why didn't we know about this? You know, so they're shocked, aren't they? Really, but yeah, and then you look back. I mean, you know, I don't know how we put up with it. You know, when, but we did because we had to. There was we didn't have a platform, so you know, we just had to get on with it. You know, like we always played football on a Sunday afternoon on a park, and we were only allowed to have the pitch after all the men and the boys had had it. So you can imagine what the pitch was like by then. But we still loved it, so it didn't matter to us because the passion was there. Yeah.
Chris, tell me, which is your team there? Which is your support team?
Oh well, for the men's team, Tottenham.
Okay.
Do you like Tottenham? Yeah, most people like Arsenal, I know, but I'm
no. To be honest, I support all the team that they are Argentinian football player.
Yeah.
For example, Aston Villa. That's
well, Tottenham had two very famous Argentina players.
Yeah.
Had Ricky Villa and Osvaldo Aldiles.
Okay.
They were in. That was when I used to go and watch. You know.
Sorry, you say Tottenham? Sorry, I didn't understand. Okay. No, there is right now there is one defender player, one of the world champion, Kuti. I don't remember. Let me search.
Yeah, I do think we do have an Argentine player, but yeah, it's
Cuti Romero.
Yes, yeah.
Cuti Cuti Romero, one
Gets sent
defender.
off a lot.
Yeah, yeah.
He does get
Yeah.
red cards quite often. I've noticed it. He's a good player. Yeah, he's good.
You are this kind of fan that you criticize, shouting about.
Well, yeah, well, we don't. We don't get many trophies, so we have we have to have an outlet of criticism.
Yeah. Okay.
But yeah, I do like in general. I like football anyway, so
yeah.
I'll go to the park and watch football. So
just to let you know, I don't support Arsenal. Just to let you know.
Oh, that's all right. Otherwise, where's the M button? I can't find it.
Well, here in Argentina, there is a popular question about what do you prefer, that your team wins a tournament, or your classic opponent go to the go to the how can I say, there is the maximum level premiership, and then there is the second level of the football.
Right, down a division.
Yeah. So here in Argentina, there is a popular question: what do you prefer, that your team wins a tournament, or your classic opponent go to the second level of the category?
Right. So you mean, could Tottenham win the league and Arsenal be relegated?
Yes.
Yeah.
Here in Argentina, it's a popular question. Most of the people here would like to see their classic rival or opponent go
get
to
relegated.
this.
Yes, I can see that. Yeah. I think obviously I'd like both, but
yeah, of course.
yeah, it would be quite good. Yeah.
Of course, we are talking about in terms of sport, only sport, only.
Yeah.
Of course, we don't.
Yeah.
But yes. Also, people here in Argentina have a lot of passion about football, that most of them prefer to watch their club to win the Copa Libertadores. Prefer that than the Argentina, and the Argentina won the World Cup. They prefer that. Really?
No. Oh, I don't know. I think I like the World Cup more. Yeah, I think so. Yeah.
I do. Me too. But
Well, you haven't long won it, have you?
Well, I am from Panama. I'm not from Argentina.
Oh, I like Panama.
Yeah. But I live here for 18 years.
Yeah.
So yes, I feel like yes.
Yeah.
Like I won the World Cup.
Yeah. Well, when Argentina won the World Cup, I was in Aruba, in the Caribbean, and Lukey sent me a video. Oh gosh, they were so excited. And then I was watching it on the ship, and then I got off the ship and walked down the road, and a car came up the road in Aruba with an Argentinian flag and a plastic World Cup out the window. It was brilliant. It was so brilliant. Yeah. So I felt happy because through Lukey I felt happy. Yeah.
No, I felt happy. I felt happy that Messi finally got it. I of course I choose Argentina to win everything, except when they play against Panama.
Because I think England played Panama in the World Cup.
Yes. I suffered that much.
Yeah, but Yeah, well, now you know how I felt.
Yes, but yeah, I do. Yes, most of the time I know how you feel that day because Panama we are not the top and the
No,
top. Yeah, we are not. Yeah,
but people still love football, don't they? So yeah,
yeah,
yeah.
yeah,
So
yeah. That's true. Even though that we are not on the top, I will support my country
yeah,
always.
yeah. I say to young, you know, we go to school sometimes, speak
Mm,
to the children, and I say to them the most important thing first is to love the game
yeah,
and enjoy it, because there's only one team that win, you know, out
yeah,
of all. But so you still got to have the passion of the love of the game. I mean, you've all got to try and win. Yeah, of course, that's the
yeah.
game. Yeah, yeah.
What, what do you think that is or will be the impact of that movie, Copa 71?
Well, so far the impact is the spin-off of people that have been inspired
Hmm.
to go and do something. Like my niece knows more about women's football now than I do, and she wasn't until, you know, the story came out.
Yeah.
She knew about me, but when she told people at school, they didn't believe her.
Hmm.
Because there wasn't, they went, oh, you're making it up, you know. But now the story's come out, so she's goes to football a lot, and she goes to watch Arsenal women. But I forgive her. But Arsenal women are very, very, very popular in our country, you know.
Okay.
Yeah,
Okay.
so they, it seems that a lot of people gravitate towards the Arsenal women. And of course, Leah Williamson plays for them, that sort of thing, you know. So, like, young girls idolise.
Okay.
Yeah, so, yeah. But then she suddenly said, I'm going to write a play. And she's right. It's her first time she's written a play. I haven't seen it yet. I don't know what it's going to be like. But, yeah, but it's amazing. And to see what Ella Williams has done, you know,
Yeah. Amazing.
it's amazing. It is. And yeah, so those sort, and you know, when you speak to young people at school, if one of them has this inspiration or courage to do what they want to do, then that's all you can ask, isn't it? That's it. Yeah,
Yeah.
for sure. Yeah, I'll just say this as well, Lewis. Every player in that film, nearly every player, when they were young, thought they were the only woman that played football, didn't they?
Okay.
Yeah. Well, now it's not like that. It's not like that. So.
Yeah. When was the last time that you kick a ball or you play a football?
Yeah. Yeah, we've done a few kicking about things, you know, when we've been making a part of the film or something. And yeah, it's yeah, the knees aren't as good as they used to be. And yeah, when I was at work, I think
Yeah.
I was in my 40s, and I played in a tournament,
Okay.
and I got a trophy, player of the match, you know, player of the tournament. And I thought,
Okay.
I bet I'm the oldest one in the team that has a trophy. Well, I'm not,
Yeah.
because two of our girls still play walking football, Paula and Louise, and they win trophies all the time. And
Yeah.
so
Great.
so still people are from the World Cup are still winning trophies to this day. Yeah.
Good.
Yeah.
Good. I always ask these two questions to all uh, my the people I invite to my podcast. I always ask these two questions because it's one way to know what do you feel, what do you think about about dreams, because I believe that if you can dream, you can make it, you can do it, you have one purpose to pursue. So my first question about that is, what do you dream? What do you dream about football for this day that are coming?
Well, I just dream that it stays as good as it is, in a way that I think the women's game right now has more integrity than the men's game.
Really?
Yes,
Really?
I think I'm saying this, but when in our country, I don't know, maybe, but nobody disagrees with the referee. They just accept the referee's decision. And also, when they go down injured, they don't pretend that they're injured. They get back up. And I like that, and it keeps the game going. Sort of in the men's game, in our country at least, they're forever pretending that they've been fouled, so we say. So they go down injured all the time. There's nothing wrong with them, and it spoils the flow of the game. And yeah, so I just want the women's game to stay true to football. Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah, for me. Yeah.
Okay.
And I must say,
yeah,
I would like the men's game to come back to that as well, because I love the men's game. So I think they need to look at themselves and stop stop cheating, just play football. Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
Okay. My last question is, if if you do have magic wand, magic wand,
Magic
like a
one.
magician, and you have the possibility to change something in general about football, female football, what would you do if you had that magic wand to change something to better, right?
Yeah. Oh God, that's a hard question, isn't it? But yeah, to give every young girl at school a chance, if they want to play it as a sport, to be given that chance. Yeah, to have it in the school curriculum, that if it's a sport that they choose, they can do it. Yeah.
Good,
Yeah.
good. Here in Argentina, the battle continues to have base condition to play football. No, not all women have that condition to play. Here in Argentina, there are three different categories. The first one, the second, and the third one. And then there are a lot of tournaments in each province.
Yeah. Yeah.
But this is one of the reasons that I cover female sports, like football, because I want that women can have the base condition to play, and then they can do whatever they want, or dream of what they want to play, to continue to be professional, whatever. But this is what I battle here, because we are still continue on that. It's not over. It's still ongoing.
Yeah, I think similar in England. Some schools are very good, and some schools not so good, and maybe it's like the sports teachers that they have, if they've been if they've got access to women's football.
Yeah.
So I think it's just a thing that needs to develop in time, and we're always on catch up because of being put back for so many years. Development takes time, and it will come. It's like having sort of say black people playing football in our country. It's coming on more now, but at one time not so many, you know. But now more so, and it will take time. And the same with women coaches and managers. You know, it can't just magically appear, can it? Because if that then I could have my magic wand and go, yeah, we'll have all these women that are really good managers and that. But it's going to take time. So yeah, we've got to be patient. But at least we're heading in the right direction. So yeah,
true. So Chris, thank you, really, thank you so much.
Yes.
Sorry for my English.
Well, it's a good job we didn't have to speak Spanish.
Okay. Thank you for that comment. Thank you for that comment. And sorry for my English some moment.
Oh, it was brilliant. Yeah, I understood everything. I'm sorry I was unprepared because my phone battery was running out. Yeah. But
no, you were perfect. Again, I want to say that again. It's my pleasure to have you in my mind, in my heart.
Yeah, no, it's brilliant.
I can see you like you play a workout. You know, it's for me it's for me one of the tough thing to do as a football player, and you did it, and you did it with a lot of people in the Stadium Azteca. So for me to do this podcast with you, I'm happy. Really, I'm happy.
No, I'm happy. I'm happy because, you know, this story's come back out, and I've connected with you now. That would never have happened.
True.
So how good is that? Yeah, it's meant to be, isn't it? So it's brilliant. Yeah.
True.
Yeah.
Well, and one more thing. Again, I don't support Arsenal. Don't worry. Don't worry.
I'm glad to hear it. Keep it up.
Okay, don't worry. Thank you again. Have a good Friday and good weekend.
And same for you. Thanks, Luis.
Okay.
See you soon. Bye.
Bye. Bye. Qué placer, qué lujo me acabo de dar, gente. Acabo de entrevistar a Chris Lockwood, jugadora de la selección de Inglaterra que jugó el Mundial de México 1971. De verdad, un placer. Estoy muy contento de haber charlado con ella, de conocerla. Fue la charla número 101 de mi podcast que se llama Lo que va y no va. Así que, no, muy contento, gente. Bueno, nada, suscríbanse a mi canal de YouTube que se llama PanaFeme. Denle like a la charla, que todo eso me da mucha fuerza. De verdad, muy contento. Gente, buen viernes y buen fin de semana. Y hoy voy a la selección, así que vamos a ir a cubrirla ante Costa Rica a las 8 de la noche en el estadio de Ciudad de Caseros. Gente, abrazos y buen fin de semana.